All right, here with the best strength and conditioning coach in the business, Larry Wade.
Thank you, brother.
Larry, you were saying something a little different about Badou heading into this fight, Badou Jack. What is that?
Well, you know, whenever you're dealing with a boxer or any athlete for that matter,
whenever you get time, just much. All right.
Or that matter, you have to understand, no matter how good I think I am or anybody may say that I am, the boxer has to want to do the work. Badou came to me and decided on his own when he was ready to go to work, and that's exactly what he did. So when you get a boxer of his caliber who gets focused and decides for himself what he wants, that's a problem for the person who's across from him. So I'm really proud of the work he did this camp.
What do you think about, what kind of fight do you think it unfolds? Marcus Browne is a good fighter. He's 22-0, but do you think Badou can not just win, but win decisively based on what you're seeing in training?
But of course, I think that Badou, not only that, not just training, he has a great team. Lou DeVal is a great trainer, has a great nutritionist that's here as well, along with the work that I'm trying to do with him, that I've been doing with him for the last couple of years. And his experience and his knowledge and his grit will to win. Badou's stubborn. He won't accept anything other than winning. So with that being said, there's no question that he's prepared to do what it takes to win this fight.
As a fighter gets older, like, how do you get the best out of him without working them too hard during training?
You just give more rest. Simple. I mean, whenever you're dealing with someone who's a little older, you have to be able to be smart enough and wise enough to understand that also rest is a workout. Once a guy rests, it takes a toll on them more so mentally to feel like they're staying at home than to actually do the work. So this camp, Badou was very receptive of that, which I'm grateful for, and he took those days, and it definitely paid off for him.
What did you mean, though, by, like, he decided to because every time we've seen him, he's at 100% when you guys were working anyway, so...
Correct.
You know,
well, he decided because whenever you get a guy like Marcus Browne, who's a talent and an upcoming guy, you know, sometimes, you know, they speak more and it gives a guy motivation. And, you know, for Badou, he doesn't necessarily need it, but at the same time, he's not a talker. He's a doer. He's going to let his hands go. And so when you get a guy who wants to speak out and do the things that Marcus Browne has been doing, you know, this gives the guy a little bit more focus.
Right, because he's been fighting top guys, but them guys didn't really talk, Adonis and DeGale, so you think he's giving Badou something extra by opening up?
I wouldn't say extra because his history has shown that he's a top-notch fighter. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. What he did was just give him a little bit more focus than he would have had going into this fight, and that's the worst thing that a guy like him could do.
What do you think about this fight versus the Stevenson fight? He came on in the second half, but it seemed like, especially Stevenson, but even Badou a little bit, the way they were just wailing on each other, they both were kind of tired. Do you expect them to be, like, I don't know, have another gear in this fight?
It's a different type of fighter. It's a different type of fighter. You know, we can't even compare Adonis Stevenson to Marcus Browne. You're talking about a world champion, you know, and so I have to give respect to a world champion, and Marcus Browne hasn't reached that point yet. So when you talk about another gear, Badou has always had levers. So when you talk about the different styles of fight, the whole goal for the Stevenson fight was to start slow. Start slow and build into this fight. That was the goal from the very beginning. Him not throwing a lot of punches in the first 3 rounds was by design. It was not just by what was given to us. That was what we felt like would be best. A little slower and build and just take him out the end. And that seemed to be the plan, and it worked out.
Do you think do you think it gets off to a faster start this time against Marcus Browne?
I guess we got to see on Saturday, right?
That kind of means yes. I'm judging by that smile.
I mean, I don't know. We have to see it. You know, Badou has all the tools in the case to be able to do anything he wants to do. And because he has those tools, and more importantly, the psyche, that's going to allow him to be a dominant fighter and has shown that in his history. It's about what he decides to do that night.
Is there a little more urgency in this fight to make sure it's either dominated or ended fast because of the Stevenson fight? When I say the Stevenson fight, I'm talking about, of course, the judges.
No, we're not going into this fight with any residuals from the Stevenson fight. The Stevenson fight's over. You know, we fought the fight we need to fight. We got the draw, unfortunately, but we're not going to this fight to try to prove anything to anybody. What we want to do is go do what we've been doing, and that's winning fights and winning titles. So we're not bringing anything with us from that fight to try to make better this fight. We're preparing ourselves for the person that's in front of us right now.